Meditating early in the morning is a very special time. The air is cool. There's very little activity going on in the world. There's not much sound. It's not yet dawn, so the birds haven't begun their day yet. The sun is not up. The moon is still in the sky. It's a time when the Buddha reached enlightenment. The night of his enlightenment, he practiced all night meditating. And they say in the first watch of the night, he realized the knowledge of the recollection of past lives. In the second part of the night, he realized the knowledge of the arising, passing away of beings according to karma. And in the last part of the night, so this time, just before dawn, he realized the knowledge of the end of the asavas, or kilesas, causes for suffering and rebirth. So he reached enlightenment. It's a time when our body is very supple and relaxed. We haven't eaten, so the body is not digesting food, so it feels light. You may have had some rest already, so you feel rested. It's a good time to begin your day with chanting, paying homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and then practicing anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing. When we're chanting, it's very easy to know if you're mindful or not. Because if you stop chanting, become distracted or sleepy, then you'll know it because there's no sound. When you're practicing mindfulness of breathing, it's a little harder to know whether you're mindful or not. It's very easy for us to sit and tell ourselves we're practicing meditation, mindfulness of breathing. But in fact, our mind may be wandering around, daydreaming, thinking of things, or just drowsy. So now that we've finished the chanting, we begin our practice of mindfulness of breathing. We have to be especially on guard to avoid falling into states of distraction or drowsiness. So a good way to begin is always to begin with your posture. Bring attention to your physical posture as you're sitting. How your legs are, whether they're comfortable. How your back is. Keep your back straight. Hold your head up. And you'll find that helps to keep you awake. And then turn to how you feel on the inside. So bring attention to your head. And notice if you have any painful feelings of tension in your jaws or your facial muscles, and consciously relax the muscles and start to bring your attention down to your neck and shoulders. If you notice your shoulders hunching up or with any tension, and just relax that tension. Send your attention down the spine. Straighten up a bit if you're leaning over. Bring your awareness around to the front. Relax any feeling of pain or discomfort in your shoulders down to your chest, your heart. Sometimes people get a knotted feeling in their heart, even painful feeling, through accumulated stress and unpleasant experiences can produce this feeling of tension in the heart region. So just consciously relax. Notice your hands, your arms. Send your attention down your right arm to your right hand, which you may put on top of your left hand. And notice your left arm from the shoulder down to the left hand. Just let your hands sit on your lap, relax your fingers. And notice the feelings around your pelvis, your waist, down the right leg to your toes of the right foot. Again, just relaxing the muscles. And down your left leg to your left toes. So you're becoming fully in touch and aware with your own body at this time. You're aware of the feeling of the air on your skin, whether it's cool or warm. You're aware of the feeling of your clothing on your skin, whether it's heavy or tight. So consciously relaxing but also energizing your body so that it's ready to sit and practice mindfulness of breathing for a while. Now bring attention to the feeling of the breath. So pick up that feeling at the tip of your nostrils. To find the feeling, just breathe in deeply for a few moments if it helps. So you can feel the air being drawn in through your nose. Feel your lungs filling with air and expanding. Your abdomen arising with the in-breath. Your abdomen falling with the out-breath. Chest deflating. and the air coming out from the tip of your nostrils back into the world. So try and make the feeling of the in-breath, these 3 points, the chest, at the tip of the nostrils, the chest, and the abdomen, very clear, very prominent in your awareness. And that's what you're doing right now. So now settle your attention on one spot. Could be any of those 3 places in your body. If you're not sure, then just try the tip of the nostrils. Try to keep your attention there. So no longer following the breath right down to your abdomen, but just noticing it coming in and out by keeping attention at the tip of your nostrils. And you don't have to control the breath and make it long or short. Allow it to go at its own natural pace. Keep paying attention to the tip of your nostrils. So getting to know the feeling there, the sensation of air coming in, coming out. If anything is distracting you, as soon as you notice that, bring your attention back to the tip of your nostrils. Don't follow the train of thought. Or if you're starting to drift off into sleepiness, just gently open your eyes for a while to re-establish clarity. Keep putting effort into bringing up mindfulness, directed to the breath at one point. If your mind is particularly restless, you can try counting as a way to heighten the focus and to put in continuous effort to bring up mindfulness from moment to moment to moment by counting. As you breathe in, you count 1. You breathe out, you count 1. Breathe in again, 2. Breathe out, 2. Breathe in, 3. Breathe out, 3. Breathe in, 4. Breathe out, 4. Breathe in, 5. Breathe out, 5. If you reach 5 without losing count, without drifting off into thinking or sleepiness, then begin again at 1. Breathe in 1. Breathe out 1. And continue on until 6. And then begin again at 1, up to 7. Then begin again at 1, up to 8. Back to 1, up to 9. Back to 1 and then up to 10. So you're giving your mind this extra mental task of counting, keeping count, as well as paying attention to the tip of your nostrils. We all know how to count. We can count items that we buy in a shop. We can count money. We can count the days. Maybe even count the minutes to the end of the meditation session. We're very good at counting. But now we're just counting the breaths, but in this way where you become very mindful of the breath and the number. So from 1 through to 5, 1 through to 6, 1 through to 7, 1 through to 8, 1 through to 9, 1 through to 10. If you can maintain your mindful awareness, presence of mind, or pay attention to the breath for 10 in-breaths and out-breaths, already that's a little victory, a small success in your day, in your practice of meditation. And your mind will start to feel a little bit more settled because of that very wholesome effort to direct your mind to recollect or be mindful of the breathing. Once you've reached 10 mindfully recollected in-breaths and out-breaths, you do it again. But the second time round, you have to be careful, because once you've achieved 10 in-breaths, out-breaths without losing count or losing awareness, then we can tend to become complacent and the mind drifts off back into thinking again. So second time round you have to maintain your vigilance, your awareness. So this is bringing up mindfulness directed to the breath from moment to moment. And the Buddha said, one who is mindful, it's as if their mind doesn't die. They reach the deathless. For one who is not mindful or heedless, it's as if they're dead already. As you know, if you're mindful, paying attention to the breath, your mind is right there. You have a certain amount of control. You're putting forth effort. You're letting go of all the other distractions, all the sleepiness, or the worries, or the desires, whatever is coming up. You're letting go in order to stay with the breath. So this is why the mind becomes brighter, more energized when mindfulness is sustained on the breath. The distracting thoughts, sensations in the body, sounds, all of these drain our energy away, taking our attention away from the breath to the thoughts, feelings, sensations around us. We're learning to cut them off or let them go and stick with the breath, with mindfulness. So as long as we maintain mindfulness, we're alert, we're vigilant, The mind is in a constant state of wakefulness and is not easily overcome by mental defilements, distraction, sleepiness, desire. Different thoughts, feelings may arise, but you don't let the mind get caught up in them. You maintain your effort to establishing mindful awareness on the breath. You're not allowing any other thought or feeling to take over your mind. They may arise, but you let them go and stay with the breath. And this is the first aim of our meditation, is to develop mindfulness with the breathing, to put effort into bringing up mindfulness directed to the breath. And with the presence of mindfulness, we gain some equanimity, upekkha. This quality where we're keeping the mind in the middle, whatever's arising in our experience. As we sit here right now, we may hear sounds of birds waking up, or cars. We may have feelings in our body, tiredness or energy. We may have different thoughts or memories coming into our mental experience. But as we improve our practice of anapanasati, this quality of detached awareness or equanimity is becoming clearer, where we know, but we maintain balance, evenness of mind, not getting caught up or lost in the different trains of thought, memories. So the mind becomes more steady, and the experience of the meditation becomes more pleasant. If we manage to keep our mind with the breath for a period of time, sleepiness will fade out of our experience, as the mind is awake, focused on the breath. As it's awake, mindful, becomes brighter. As it becomes brighter, it becomes happier within itself. If we keep practicing letting go, maintaining awareness with the breath in the present moment, the mind is not planning or thinking about the future. It's not dwelling on the past. It's not being distracted by sounds or feelings in the body. Then the experience of inner peace, happiness grows. We feel more happy within ourselves, content in the present moment. And they say at this point our mind is cultivating the Eightfold Noble Path very completely. We're maintaining sila, We're not harming ourselves or others through our actions or speech. We're putting effort into bringing up wholesome states of mind, kusala dhamma, mindfulness. As the mindfulness is more continuous, samadhi is arising. States of calm, where the mind is awake, aware, wholesome, undistracted. Maybe some piti and sukha arises. The body and mind feel lighter and happier. So all the factors of the eightfold path are being cultivated together at this one time. Even though it takes effort, and we have to be patient with our restless mind or sleepiness, we can be sure that all these 8 factors of the Noble Path are being developed at the same time, laying the foundations or the causes for realization of the path, the fruit, ultimately of Nibbana. Just as the Buddha practiced on the night of his enlightenment. So we have a period of time now for silent meditation. I'll stop talking and can carry on meditating together until you hear the bell.